Pastor Santos, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, now I can hear you,
Okay. Oh,
Pastor.
yes. There was a little issue here with our audio, but today we want to bring this to your attention. As you can see here to my side, it's the broken heart. Today we are beginning a new chain of prayer, and we are going to receive a prayer. We have the bishops of the church that have made a prayer. One of our bishops has made a prayer to cleanse the love life from all kinds of curses, magic, all kinds of spells. And one of the parts of our community that has been hit the hardest has been the love life, has been no bad relationship after bad relationship. It's a horrible situation, and it's not just the parents. Now the teenagers, the young adults are going through pretty much the same thing.
Yes, Ranim. Thank you, Pastor Sam, for having us. And some people even got used to it. They got used on being unhappy in their love life. They got used to the abuse. They got used to the fights, to the arguing all the time. They got used to the problem. Their heart is broken. They seen it in the life of their parents. They see it in their life now. And as you were saying, the children, they are going through the same thing. So they got used to it. And we wanted them to be free from these problems because that's not what God wants for them. For God wants them to be happy, to enjoy a happy family. That's why we are having this special Friday to set them free.
And we are also joined today with Pastor Brad out there in our church in Manilao, also Pastor Benny from our church in Chuk. And Pastor Brad, you are of Micronesian descent. You have seen this unfortunately tear our community apart, right?
Yes, sir. This is a major situation that we see happening in many families. I actually came from a broken home as well, and I truly understand what happens inside the house when there's addiction. I understand when there is fights or when you pretty much have nobody there to fight for your family. It's just fighting with your family instead of fighting for your family. And I've seen it all. It's horrible, it's bad, and that's why we have today Friday, the day for freedom, the day that we are going to fight for our family to determine the freedom inside of our homes.
And you might be saying, free from what? This is what we're talking about. I have here a small representation of what the black magic would look like around here. My grandfather used to be working with this kind of stuff, and he would tell me how he would do it, and he would tell me that most out of every 10 works of black magic that he would do, eight eight were women who wanted the other woman's husband. It was the girl who wanted the other girl's boyfriend. It was out of jealousy, but for one specific reason: jealousy in the love life. Sometimes that woman even had her own husband, but now she wanted to have another man. Or that man had his own wife, but now she wanted the other guy's wife. And they literally played with the devil. They literally paid the devil, and they paid a lot. It was not free. They paid, they did the rituals. Maybe you were one of those people who were gifted a love potion, like they do a lot around here. They gave you a bottle with the oil and twigs, and a lot of other kinds of minerals inside, and said, look, bathe with this thing here, put this all over your body, sleep with it, don't shower, and then the following day, this person is going to come look for you, or that person is going to fall in love with you. They're going to lose their mind, they're going to lose interest in their spouse, they're going to break up with the girlfriend or boyfriend, and they're going to come chase you. Pastor Benny is in Chuk, and Pastor Benny, you have been noticing how strong people are into this kind of black magic, how they have been playing with the wrong stuff. Sometimes they don't even know it's bad, but they have been hurting themselves in the process.
Rananin, Pastor Samuel, and all the pastors and everyone. And it's true. Actually, they want to solve their problem. I believe nobody that experienced problems in their family or in their marriage, they want to continue carrying that problem and in search of a solution because they don't know how to seek or where to seek for the solution. They end up turning to the wrong kind of apparent solution. It's not a solution, but they think that the devil deceives them to make them think that it's going to solve their issue. On the other hand, it's going to add to their lives more suffering, more problem. It is going to add to their family more trouble. Why? Because they do not know where to seek for the right solution. And we are here today to tell all the community that has been going through this problem, whether in your family, whether in your marriage, with your children, parents that are struggling with their children, there is a solution and it has nothing to do with your own strength. There is a higher power that we can count on that definitely can solve all the problems. Pastor Samuel.
And Pastor Valdo, some people say, it's too late. I'm already under the spell. I'm already under the curse, or my family's already broken. What can I do if it feels like for me it's too late? But that's not true. Is while there is life, there is hope, and there's always something that we can do, and especially to do when it comes down to the family.
Yes, it's never too late. Listen to me. It's never too late. Maybe someone put this in your mind that it's too late. Now you have to suffer. Now you have just to live with this. But we can help. We know how to help. We know how to remove this black magic. We know how to remove this spell, what was done against you. We know what to do. You need to come to the church this Friday, and we are going to help you to be free. If someone did it to you, or you in the hope of finding love, you did to yourself, because Pastor Samuel, when someone do this type of black magic, they affect themselves, because then they end up not being happy with the person that they wanted to be with, and then end up being unhappy her life, because can never find the true love. So it causes problems to those who have done it as well. So if that's the case, they can come and we are going to help them, because we know what to do to remove this.
We know what to do, how to do it, and we are going to help you. We're going to help you get this evil out of your life. The Bible says very clearly here in the book of Numbers. It's there, Numbers 23:23. For there is no sorcery or black magic or curse against Jacob, or any divination, spell against Israel. It now must be said of Jacob and of Israel, oh, what God has done. Usually they say, why you? Look, they put magic on me. Now it's too late. They keep saying what the evil was doing. But those who come today, Friday, and for those of you who are watching stateside, it will be tomorrow. But those of you who will come this Friday, you will see what God is doing in other people's lives who are already attending, but also what God is going to do in yours. We had our wonderful event last Friday, our family at the foot of the cross, but the fight for the family continues. The fight for the family does not finish, does not end. And there are many who are giving up on their family because of a curse, because of a spell, because somebody told them, look, I went and I did the black magic on you. I went to this island. I spoke to this person. I went over here. I went to Uman. I went to Udat. I went to Fef and Toros. I went there to the beach there by Tol. I did this thing here, and I know that you are gonna lose this and that. You were threatened with spiritual weapons, not with a machete, not with a gun, but you were threatened with a spiritual weapon. But what we have, the work that is done with the light, is always stronger than the work done in the darkness. Light always wins over darkness. So, you who are in a bad relationship, your situation with your other half is bad. Pastor, but what if, no, I am not married yet, or I am divorced, I am separated, regardless of your marital status, regardless of how bad your relationship has been. And even if you say, Pastor, I was the one who looked for these guys. I was the one who went and I paid. I paid the 500. I paid the 1,000. I paid 2,000 to speak there to the do to do the local medicine, to bring him back, to bring her back. And how I regret it. I wish I had never done it. There is still hope. There is still help for you. But you must run your way here. You can't wait for things to get worse, because as time goes by, it will increase. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. These things you should never play with. And by the way, when you come today, you are going to receive what I'm showing you here now on the screen. You're going to receive a prayer. This prayer, you will read this prayer inside of your house. You're going to read this prayer together with your family. You can pick it up at every universal church. It's free. You're going to receive this prayer, and you are going to pray this prayer inside of your house. We are going to make the strong prayer together with the bishop today in the church. But when you go home, you are going to take this prayer into your house, your apartment, your apartment complex. Maybe you share a house with a relative of yours. You might live in a small room, doesn't matter. But you are going to receive this prayer, and you are going to share this prayer with those who stay there with you. Again, if you live with somebody or if you live with your own family members, it does not make a difference, but it will bless them as it will also bless you. Now, Pastor Santos, who or where can they find you today?
Yes, we are here in Iowa. We stay Iowa, Sioux City. We are going to be for Miss tomorrow, Friday. The address is 4240 Hickory Lane here in Sioux City. We are right next to the shopping mall. There's the shopping mall of the city. There's the IRS building. So we are right next to it. Tomorrow, Friday, we have church at 8 in the morning, 10 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon, and mainly at 7 p.m. here in Iowa. This is for those who live here in Iowa, Nebraska, even Kansas, Missouri. You can come here, and this Friday we are going to help you.
Pastor Benny there in Chuk.
Yes, Pastor, we are going to be here today at 10 a.m. Actually, we already have some people arriving for the service. and in the afternoon at 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. We are here at the second floor of the CPUC. It's a very well known place here in Chuk. And those who live here, not only in Chuk, in Fefen, in Toroas, in the other islands around, make a way for you to be here with us, for you to receive this blessing for your life, for your family, for you to receive the deliverance in your life.
Pastor Brad,
Yes, we are located here in the village of Mangilao in the central area of the island. We're right next door to Fish and Con, right across the only Payless and behind the only KFC here in the village of Mangilao. And within a few minutes, 10 a.m., we are going to begin our first service in the afternoon at 4 p.m. and mainly tonight at 7 p.m.
and I will be waiting for all of you here in the village of Dededo. Those of you who live in the northern part of the island in Jigo, maybe you used to go to our church in Jigo. We did not shut down. We simply moved. We are no longer in the Jigo town center, but we are here in Dededo, right behind the Payless in Dededo, next door to Paradise Fitness. You can find us here. And also those of you who live in Tamuning area. So all the northern villages, Tamuning, Dededo, Jigo area, you live by NCS, you live by Zero Down, Seifert, you live by Smurf Town, Chocolate Town, you live here close to the flea market or the old flea market. You can find us. It's the old Victory Chapel, the new Universal Church here, right behind the Payless, and the doors will be opened for you, especially you who say, Pastor, I really see that there's something really messed up in my relationship, and it's spiritual. It's not just because I made a bad choice or because no, we said certain things that we shouldn't have not said. That happens in any relationship. But if it happens in every relationship that you are in, there is something spiritually wrong, something the matter that needs to be fixed. And don't forget, everyone will receive this prayer. You're going to receive this prayer that will be a prayer that you will take to your house, pray together with your family to keep the darkness out and keep the light in. We are going to light the lampstands today. We are going to cast out all the spirits that were brought in by magic, by curses, by voodoo, by spells, by rituals that were calling the devil in. What we will do will command the evil out. You're not going to be able to do it outside of the power given to us by Jesus Christ. If you have any more questions, any more concerns, you can give us a call, send us a message. If you are watching on Facebook, you can send us a message on Facebook. And you who have family members who live in Denver, we have a Universal Church in Denver. Pastor Santos, I don't know the address there. Could you please?
Give me 1 second. I will get it for you. Denver. It's right there on 6738 East Colfax Avenue in Denver.
So those of you who have family out there, the same will be happening. If you have family in Hawaii, we have churches in Waipahu, in Honolulu, and in Big Island. You can also send us a message for that. If you have family who lives in Washington State, Tacoma, Washington, we also have weekly meetings that are being held in the Holiday Inn there in Tacoma, Washington. And those of you who have family in Portland, Oregon, we also have our family of faith, our Universal Church out there with Bishop David, and you can be part of this. You can seek for the same help. The doors are open to all, regardless of your religion. Ah, but I'm Catholic. We have a lot of Catholic people who come to the church and they are welcome. Oh, but I'm Mormon. You're welcome here. The doors are open to the Mormons, to the Baptists, to those of you who don't have a religion. You have not been in church ever since. It's open to everybody. Everybody who truly wants the help that comes from above. So, the pastors, thank you so much for joining us. And what you should do right now, all of you, take this link and can you hear me now? Says here no.
Yes, sir. There it is.
Okay, there was a little problem here with our connection, but take this link right now and share it with all of your friends, your family, your groups. Let everybody know about this because if it will help you, I am sure it will help them as well. So share it, send it out, let everybody know about what will be happening today, Friday, at every universal church, the spiritual cleansing, and you are going to receive a prayer that will be given to you so that you can read in your house together with your family to bless your home. God bless all of you. Christo Chapur, and we'll be back very soon. And just letting you know, in the month of May, there's going to be a big, big surprise for all of Micronesia. In May, you're going to see a big surprise for all of Micronesia, but no Micronesia timing is going to be in May. We'll talk more about this next time.